and to keep us mentally and spiritually safe, and that is exactly what I've been doing. So welcome everybody. We are now live on all social channels. Welcome everybody. It's Friday the 8th of May. It's the end of week 7 of the lockdown here in the UK, and we've been tapping together on stress, anxiety, sadness, frustration, and fear of for our health, fear for our security, fear of losing our jobs, financial insecurity. So there's so much fear and stress and anxiety going around these days, and most of us are suffering emotionally. Most of us are also suffering in one way or another in a physical form. So we've been tapping for 7 weeks now, where we get together every weekday, Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. BST for around 10 minutes to tap together and to experience relief. For those of you who are new in joining us, welcome. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach, a leadership coach. I'm the founder of A Power Free Coaching, Training and Mind Freedom. And I've been on the mission for 7 weeks now to spread the word on EFT and to empower us all in the way of find relief in these difficult and trying times. And EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, a technique which is not very well known, is the right tool to do that. Emotional Freedom Technique brings together two worlds. It brings together the ancient Chinese acupressure and the world of the modern psychology. And research has shown over and over again that through tapping, and I'll explain in a moment what tapping actually is for those of you who are new in joining us, we experience relief quickly. Research has shown over and over again that within the matter of minutes we can experience relief tremendously, and there is a drastic decrease of stress hormones such as cortisol or adrenaline, up to or more than 40%. So, as I say, it brings together EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, brings together the ancient Chinese acupressure, where we apply pressure with our fingertips on certain points on our body. These points are called Meridian Points. And the Meridian Points are the end points on the energy network on our body. The energy network, also called the Meridian Lines. Now, research has shown that if we suffer emotionally or physically, that the energy gets stuck on our meridian lines. And through tapping, through the application of pressure through our fingertips, similar to acupuncture but without the needles, we are releasing the blockages and allow the energy to flow, which gives us relief. Now bring in the world of the modern psychology, which essentially means by us addressing and acknowledging what is going on. Now step number 1 is obviously self-awareness. Take the time. We need to take the time to listen to what is going on. What are the negative emotions and what is the predominant negative emotion, or perhaps the physical pain? And then it's all about acknowledging them. You see, it's not about dwelling on negativity. No, that's not what it is. It's about acknowledging them. Because how often in the day, how often in our life do we actually, when we have physical or emotional pain, do we stop and acknowledge, yes, this is how I'm feeling, and I know that this is my emotional feelings are the result of this situation. We hardly ever do that. It's much easier to distract ourselves, and we've been trained for a society to distract ourselves with work, with hobbies, just not to focus on the pain that we are going through. Now through EFT, the emotional freedom technique part, the modern psychology, we are acknowledging what is going on, and that sheer fact alone of acknowledging what is going on within our bodies, within our minds, offers us relief. So 2 parts, the acupressure part through tapping and the modern psychology. When you combine them and do them honestly, almost miracles from an emotional and relief point of view happen. So what are the tapping points? I will be taking you through, but the most important thing to remember that we are touching our face. So obviously clean hands are of utmost importance, as they are every day or have been every day during this pandemic. So make sure that your hands are clean. We are touching also our face. We're focusing on 9 meridian points, and we will starting off with the karate chop point right here, also known as the side of the head, really, side of the hand or karate chop point. We're tapping 7+ times quite firmly so that we apply the pressure to the meridian point. Then the next meridian point is the beginning of the right eyebrows right here. And you can see whether you tap with 2 fingers or more fingers, does not really matter as long as we get that pressure applied. Next up is the side of our eyes right here. Then underneath the eyes right here. And you can also choose to tap only on one side or the other, or both sides as I do. The meridian lines run on both sides of our body. Then underneath the nose. Then the chin, but it's not quite a chin, it's this crack below the lip here. That's it. And then the collarbone, around 3-4 inches below the collarbone. And then next up is the underneath the armpit bit, around 4 inches below the armpit for women, where the brow line sits as a guide. And we're closing off the tapping cycle by tapping on top of our head right here, which does make us look a little bit funny, but there you go. It makes us look a little bit funny. It's very effective, so just trust the process. So why is tapping so important from a research perspective? If you want to know a little bit more, you see, with everything that is going on, and most of us are just observing what is happening. We are observing what is going on around us. We are observing what is going on in the world through watching the news. We may know somebody who is ill. God forbid we have got somebody in the family who has fallen ill, or you yourself have fallen ill. So we are observing the reality of the situation, which is, to be honest, if you're honest with yourself, it's freaking us out. It's causing us a lot of stress and anxiety because we're afraid. We don't feel in control. We don't know what's to come. So all this uncertainty, all this lack of control and the fear, they're the ultimate components for causing us stress. Now, when we fear this way, we perceive ourselves to be in danger. And us perceiving ourselves to be in danger through the information we take in from the outside world, we're sending out danger signals to our brain. And there is a part of our brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is the fight or flight center, which is always vigilantly looking out for danger in an effort to protect us, in an effort to keep us safe. You see, that is the primary function of our brain. It's really there to protect us, to keep us safe. It's not there. Our brain is not there to make us happy. That's our job. The brain's primary function is to keep us safe and to protect us. Did you know that our brain is a 2 million year old brain? So if you remember us way back, our time when we were chased by tigers and lions, we obviously observed what was going on, and we sent stress signals, danger signals to our brain, and the brain immediately kicked in an effort to protect us, got our bodies ready to fight or to flee. And how did it do that? It injects our system with chemicals, with hormones, with stress hormones, cortisol being one of the big ones, adrenaline, endorphins. And we can feel how our heart rate increases. It pumps blood through our system faster. We can feel how our breath speed increases. We need to oxygenize our body. We can feel that as a response, we are sweating faster. So all these chemicals in our system make our body get ready for the fight or run away. So fight or flight. That's why we feel stronger, and we can almost do miracles from a physical perspective when it comes to danger. Have you ever seen people lifting up the cars where there was somebody stuck underneath the car? Where did it come from? It's almost like an internal source getting us ready to exert more energy than we usually do. Now, obviously, fast forward to today, and especially now in this pandemic where most of us are at home, we're observing what is going on. We're not necessarily exposed to physical danger in this way, but it's still a danger situation. And although on a milder level, we still send danger signal to our brain, and our brain still responds. And that's why, although we may not notice it consciously in that way, unless we experience anxiety attacks, obviously, our brain still responds, our bodies respond, and that's why at the end of the day we feel knackered, shattered, almost as if we ran a marathon, even though we didn't go anywhere. That's why, because our bodies and our brain are coping with the stress, are coping with the anxiety, are coping with the fear. And why is EFT so important? Because EFT offers us relief. It gives us the permission to relax right now. It gives us the permission to take our power back, in that we slow down, allow our bodies to restore, allow our immunity systems to restore, allow our sleep to repair itself. Because as you can imagine, functioning under stress in this way has a negative impact on our health, on our well-being, spiritual, mental well-being, and our sleep. Negative impact on our immune system, and a time where we need to keep it up. So all we have to do is really to slow down, and our body and our mind know exactly what to do. And through EFT, we are giving ourselves the permission to do that. So without further ado, let's just get right into it so that we all experience the relief. And for this, let's just together take a deep breath in and tune in with what's going on for us. Take a deep breath together through the nose. And breathe out through your mouth. And as you do, just check in with yourself. And if this is the one moment in the day where you are honest with yourself, make sure that it counts. Be honest. What is going on for you? How do you feel? What is the predominant negative emotion that you are feeling? And it may be that you are afraid. So it may be fear. It may be that you are anxious. It may be that you are stressed, frustrated. You may experience an overwhelming sense of sadness. But it also may be that all this tension has caused you feeling physical pain. It may be that you have a neck ache or a shoulder ache, almost as if the entire weight of the world is sitting on your shoulders. So as you identify what is going on, be specific. How does it feel? So it may be a sharp pain, a dull pain. And where does that emotional or the physical pain in your body reside? It may be in your chest, in your shoulders. Even the stress and anxiety may be in your head. So how does it feel? What is it? Where does it reside? And on an intensity scale of 1 to 10, when 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest, what number of intensity would you give that emotional or physical pain? And you bring it up right now, I would expect it to be somewhere around 5 or above. Now, write the number down or remember it, it's important. We will come back to it. So let me guide you through the process. All you have to do is to relax and to repeat after me. I will be giving you 2 rounds of tapping where you can address in your own words, in your own specific words, what is going on for you, because that is really where the magic lies. But for now, let's start together, trust the process, and repeat after me. Starting off on the side of our hand right here, karate chop point. Even though I feel all this stress, all this anxiety, all this fear in my body, I choose to relax. And again, even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, and fear in my body, I choose to relax. And one more time, even though I feel all this stress, all this anxiety, all this fear in my body, I choose to relax. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this fear this frustration. All this emotional pain. And all this physical pain that I've been feeling. They're weighing me down. I am tired of feeling like this. I am so tired. All this emotional pain in my body, it's dragging me down. All this anxiety and uncertainty. I am afraid. All this pain. It's weighing me down. All the stress in my body is making me tired. And now as we continue, I want you to choose your own words to describe your emotional or physical pain you have identified at the beginning of the session. Just be honest with yourself. Describe what is going on. I will be tapping with you 2 rounds. And don't forget to breathe in deeply, to breathe through the blockages. Starting off at the beginning of the eyebrows. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. Top of the head. You're doing really well, describing in your own words how you feel. Let's do another round together where you acknowledge for yourself what is going on, honestly. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. Top of the head. Really well done. And now we continue together as a game. Just repeat after me. Even though I've been feeling this emotional pain, even though I've been feeling this physical pain, I recognize that I've been doing my best. And right now I'm choosing to relax. Right now I'm letting everything that has been weighing me down go. I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. I'm doing the best that I can. And right now, I'm choosing to relax. In this very moment, I'm letting it all go. And I'm allowing peace and harmony to flow to me and through me. I'm allowing peace and harmony to penetrate every cell of my body. And I can feel my body responding to it. It feels good to press the reset button. It feels good to let it all go. I love and accept myself, no matter what. And right now, all is well. Right now, I am well. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself of taking my power back. It feels good to let it all go. I'm breathing in peace and harmony and breathing out everything that hasn't been serving me. And peace and harmony are penetrating every cell of my body. I'm giving myself the permission to relax. Right now, all is well. Right now, I am choosing love and harmony over fear. And I'm taking this feeling of well-being with me into the day and into the weekend. I am well. All is well. And as we gently stop tapping together, I want you to take in a deep breath with me. And breathe out. And as you do, just notice what has changed. That emotional or physical pain you have experienced, you have identified for yourself at the beginning, just a few minutes ago. How has it shifted? The number of intensity you have given that emotional or physical pain, by how many points did it go down? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, the relief that you have experienced. I certainly have experienced relief, and I've felt the energy flowing to me and through me. You see, when we tap together, we're amplifying the benefits of tapping, the relief for all of us. Tapping on its own, doing it on its own, is tremendously effective. But when we get together and tap together, virtually or in person, either way, we're amplifying the benefits of tapping for all of us. That's why it's so important to get together at these daily sessions, especially in the morning. We do this for ourselves and prepare ourselves in this way for the day. We're not going to change the external circumstances, but we are going to change how we feel and how we react and respond to things. And this is where our power lies. So thanks again for joining. Thanks for taking the time for joining in. I know you have experienced relief, so I'm inviting you to share this video with your network so that your network of friends and families who are experiencing emotional, physical pain in one way or another, and not all of us show it, but rest assured we're all suffering in one way or another. Share this video with them so that they can benefit from tapping equally. Share the invitation to join at the daily tapping sessions until the end of the lockdown. Every weekday, Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. BST for around 20 minutes, although today we went slightly over, clearly in the zone. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for showing up for yourself. Thanks for giving yourself the permission to experience relief. Keep tapping. And hey, we're another day closer to the end of the lockdown, and it is really this close now. So well done, everybody. Keep tapping. Have a great weekend. And I see you all on Monday right here at 10 a.m. BST. Look after yourselves. Bye for now.